Well, hello and welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. My name's Tony, how are we all? I see Brett's in there nice and early. Don't know who else is in, I didn't get a chance. I was running a little bit late, so yeah, I just had to get things set up as quick as I could, and that's why I'm just a couple of minutes late. So I hope that's no problem for everybody. Who have we got? Oh, we've got Resin in tonight, nice and sharp. Ryan, how are you, buddy? Okay, well tonight this is another one that I'm making for a fellow over in the States, one of two that he ordered, and this one's from a blank called, or which I called long time ago when I first started making shaving brushes. It was called Rusticated, and I have done a couple of brushes with it. It comes up quite nice. It's got like a charcoaly grey black in the mix, and then this sort of metallic-y, rusticated, coppery, rusty colour. So yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight, and it's one of the other shapes that I do from time to time, similar to the one that I done the other night. But you'll see once I do it anyway. I'm just getting myself organised here with tools. Now I do have someone coming to see me this afternoon, so I may have to duck away just for a few minutes just to discuss something with him when he gets here, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long, so I shouldn't be away from the lathe for too long. Right, so we'll just get that started. Like I said, I was running late tonight, otherwise I would have had this all started, but yeah, it's just the way it happened. Right, we'll get this going. Just want to check this knot size. So that's about 67. Let me have a lookie. Okay, so we're only going in about 14-15 mil with this one, which is fine. That's still spinning too fast. So we want about 24, and I can go in one for, that'll do it there. Okay. So how's your week been, fellas? Busy week? Well, not too bad. Okay, now we'll just square it up to the end. And I just need to drop that down a touch. I'll put these onto the other pictures now, and we'll change the picture-in-picture to camera 2, so you get the both views. You like my shirt, Ryan, do you? Came off one of your ships, didn't it? Oh, nice. Always nice having a day off, mate. Yeah, I mentioned in the stream that you were away cherry picking last weekend, last Saturday. Excellent. Everything's falling into shape. Good. Okay, now I've just got to dig this one out a little bit just to take the knot. I suppose I should really check it first, shouldn't I? Just before we go hacking into it. Maybe taking out too much, but it is a 26mm knot anyway, so it shouldn't fit into that 25mm hole. No, it's not going to either. It's going to take quite a bit. So we're all good there. I hear we might be getting another visit, Ryan. You might be coming up for a while. Now that the borders have opened, I suppose. And I hear you got some sorting out some holidays where you work, so be good to see you, good to catch up. We'll need to just take the sharp edge off that again. Just check the knot. Lovely. Spot on. Okay, so we're ready to start marking and doing a little bit of shaping. Now, like I said, I'm sorry if I have to duck away for a few minutes, but I'll leave you with a bit of music, and I won't be away for too long, so I've just got to explain a few things to a chap that's coming to see me, so. Right, now. Okay, oh, catch. So, what I'm looking for here is probably around about there, I'd say. And it'll be round about there in length. So we'll just put that mark on there. And there's the other one there. Right. Okay. So we can get started. kgs of cherries. Beautiful. I like a nice cherry, a nice flavoured. I mean, some of them you get They don't have the taste in them, but you get a really nice cherry. They're beautiful, eh? Just get the air. I'm actually all sweaty too. It's been stinking here today. I don't mind the heat, it's the humidity that gets me. It's just so muggy and clammy, eh? That's why I decided not to put the turning smock on again tonight, because with that on and t-shirt on underneath, and just be too hot. Right, we'll see how we go with that. Maybe need a little bit more in there, I think. Right, I'm just going to have a look at my picture in my phone. Just to see where we're at. As I saved a picture there, so I just want to check it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so a nice flat edge there. Then we're going to put another little undercut there. And then we start the shape. Okay, we're on the right path. We're on the right path. Okay. Right, just clean this edge up here a little bit again. And then I think we're right to go. That's it. Okay, so we'll bring that out now. We'll bring this in. Keep our distance so we can get to there. Bring the tailstock in so we can get a bit of support. Here we are. Lock that off. And just have to lift the tool rest up a little bit more. And then we'll start hauling the handle. A bit bitey, this one. It's funny how you get different harnesses in the resin sometimes, but these are older blanks, so they've had a lot more time to cure as well, so that'd be another reason why they're harder. Right, I'll just have another look at my picture. Yep, we're getting there. And then it just rounds off at the bottom, so that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll drop this down again. And I'll bring that in here. And we'll just set our bottom now. gonna round this over a little bit now. Right, then we'll drop this down again. Just put a little bit of shape in here now. Right, but there. We're not going to get much off the edge of that, we're going to be touching the chuck. So we'll come in this way. Might just need to move that tool rest a little bit. Right, probably need to do a little bit more shaping. Just a little, not a lot. Excellent, no worries, mate. T-Man, how are you, buddy? How's that shoulder treating you? You getting it sorted out yet? lower the tool rest a bit again, just till I refine that bottom section a little bit more. It still looks a little bit too heavy on the bottom. It's getting closer, isn't it? Now we just need to round that a little bit there as well. That's all I want to do. Just clean that up a little bit there. There's just a little bump there, so I'm just going to try and get that. That's better. I think we're done with that now. And I just want to give that edge there just a little touch. Of course, you touch one edge and you got to touch the other edge as well. That'll do it. Right. Now we can get on to a little bit of sanding. So we'll take the live center out. We can turn the lathe down. And then what I'll do is I'll swap the picture over now. And we'll put cam 1 in there. So you can see what's going on in the background. Right, that'll do that for now. So we'll get some sandpaper. Move this out the way. Sorry about that dreadful noise. Actually, I'm going to bring that back in again, and I'm just going to go in a little bit deeper with a parting tool. So we'll speed the lathe up again. Right. Okay. Get rid of that. Slow the lathe down. Okay. All right, guys, I'm just going to go for five or so minutes. I will be back, so if anybody drops in, just tell them what's going on, and I'll see you again very shortly, aye? used it yet. Okay, let's get this underway, eh? Sorry about that, I had to leave these guys. It's just one of these unfortunate things. The guy all happened at the last minute. I had to catch up here now. Hope I didn't miss much. What have you got happening in the background here? I thought I'd closed all that stuff up. God, I tell you what, computers nowadays, they're annoying. They have minds of their own sometimes. The blue one, is that the one that I just set the synthetic team on? I think everybody's gone and left me. Hi? Okay. Yeah, I've got to start getting into some of that new stuff that I got too, that I showed you in a stream a fair while ago. All the new stuff that I got. It should make some really interesting stuff too. So we might have a fair few casting videos coming up soon too, once I get rid of these few handles that I've got in the pipeline. I've got a couple more to do, and I've had another couple of inquiries. So if they turn the handles, then or brushes I should say, then I want them to do. But I'm sure we'll be able to squeeze in a few casting streams in between. But we will be having a small break over the Christmas period. I won't be streaming much over the Christmas break, but I'll let you know that in the next couple of weeks or so. Because we're not that far away now, are we? It's catching up, sneaking up on us, like it usually does. Sorry if I missed it, T-Man, but how's the shoulder shaping up, buddy? We're back on the 21st. Okay, I've just gone back through the comments here. here. Back to SCS tomorrow for a group night. So this will be our final group night for the year. And that'll be us unless there's any bad storms or anything like that during the festive season or the new year. Which I dare say there will be. We're bound to have more storms the way this keeps going. I just hope they're nothing like those last ones that we had, because they were shocking. Although we were good here, but the people that lost their roofs and solar panels, and, oh God, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not in the billions, I would decide. Those camera views okay for you? I think they're the best ones to show you what I'm doing, You're not missing much, it's just a boring old sanding. Ah, music, it's too loud. Music's way too loud. Sorry guys, I'm probably blasting out your eardrums. It must have been on a very quiet when I came back in, because I checked the level when I came back in and it looked fine. But it must have been a real loud, a real quiet section in the middle of the song. Or the music, I should say. Sorry guys. Right, let's get this part here done, and then we can jump onto the next grit. This is only the first grit, so I think there's quite a fair bit of the darker colour in this rusticated one actually. Sort of like a charcoaly black. It's not like a pure black. No, I'd rather you guys tell me, because I can't hear nothing when I'm here, because I can't have the sound up, otherwise I'd get feedback through everything. So I can't hear it, so I've only got to go by the meters on the screen, you know. I'd rather you tell me when it's too quiet or the batteries have run out, or otherwise it would mean I'd have a whole stream of nothing, or a whole stream of music and wouldn't be able to hear me. Now that could be a good thing sometimes, I suppose. But I've watched the last couple of streams back, and the video quality is still the same as what it was when I was on the higher settings. So they're still coming through at 1080p on YouTube at 60 frames a second. It's just that the data rate has been just reduced by about 2 megabytes per second. So so far so good. I mean, we'll have to wait long term and see how it pans out, but so far so good. Just strange that we went for sort of 6 months and never had a problem really. And all of a sudden in the last 4 weeks we started having issues. But anyway, hopefully it's all sorted now. We're reducing that, with me reducing my data rate output to YouTube. Obviously they didn't like having as much data as they were receiving. But then the message that was popping up sometimes was saying they weren't getting enough data, which is stupid. So anyway, all done, all good. Okay, that's that one done. No, that was a different mix of colours altogether. For the, you'll see it, it's totally different. I have made a couple of rusticated brushes, but no, the platypus was totally different. That was a special casting for the platypus. I have done a few others with that same casting, but just different shapes with different knots. That way it's, you know, the P&C one is a definite limited edition. Okay. And I should probably just drop up our please subscribe, just in case anybody new drops into the stream, or when people are watching it back later. Now the music's gone completely, is it? It has, so we'll just click again. Right. Oh, we've still got a little while to go yet. Still got another 3 grits to go, dry grits to go through yet with the before we get to the wets, fellas. We would have been a lot further if I didn't have to leave these for 5-10 minutes. Yeah, it's the worst part, isn't it? All the sanding that's going to be done. I mean, even the wet sanding takes a while, but the dry seems to be the one that takes most time, the dry sand. And unfortunately, as I've said before, there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to do it, because any shortcuts there will show up in the finished product, and that's not, you know, what it's about. And I don't think there's any way you can cut corners on it. That's the other thing, you know. I don't think there's any other means of doing a sand like this. I mean, I know jewellery and stuff, you can use beads and put it in a tumbler, and same with some stones, jewellery, stuff like that, and let it tumble away and it will clean up, but you couldn't do that with these because it would just wouldn't be suitable. No worries guys, no worries Brett, we'll see you shortly, eh? Well, you're still probably listening, aren't you? So we better not hang shit on you. Yeah, as I've mentioned in a couple of streams now, I'm really happy with my buffing setup now as well. That was a great improvement to the handles. I mean, it cost me a few bucks to set it up, but it certainly paid for itself. Well, it hasn't paid for itself, but you know what I'm saying. It does put a much better finish on the handles, and a lot of that comes back to, because I still wasn't happy with the buffing, but a lot of that comes back to those new buffing compounds that I've managed to source and find. They've just made a massive difference to the whole buffing process. So it took me a while to find those other products, but that's what I'll be sticking with now. I'm pretty happy with them. No green in this one, mate. No green in this one. Rusticated. I've got a rusticated brush in my kit as well, which I use reasonably regular, not all the time. Every now and again I just like having a change. I still don't have a rhodium in my kit though. It'll happen one day. Actually, I do have another 28mm one in stock, spare at this point, and I was thinking of maybe doing another fluted handle and sinking that into a fluted handle, but doing a nice fluted handle different to what we done the last time. So we'll see. I mean, if somebody is looking for a 28mm knot, I'll probably sell it with a handle, but if not, I may go down the path of doing another fluted one, but something just like I said, a little bit different to what we done the last time. We done the Roman the last time. Might do something totally different this time, but we'll see. I think this one will probably still have to be an antique silver, I think, but I'll see once I once I get it all done, I'll have a look and I'll maybe check it with an antique brass. But I think the antique silver is probably going to suit it better, but we'll see. The antique silver's certainly been the more popular one, but again, it just depends on the colours. I mean, it does look nice. The antique brass one does look nice with the right colours. But I think you're more limited with the colours that suit the antique brass, whereas the antique silver sort of suits a much larger range of colours. Probably why it's sort of been a lot more popular. And I will need to get more made soon too, because I don't have a lot of the antique silver ones left. I've still got a fair few, but now the tooling's made for them, the lead time will probably be a little bit quicker than what I had to wait the last time, because I had to wait 2 or 3 weeks the last time, but they did have to make tooling for it as well, whereas this time the tooling will already be on hand. So okay. And I'll probably change to a new piece of grit for the final one, because I think it'll do a better job, I think, on the end result, rather than this used stuff. But I've been finding that when I reuse the sandpaper on a second handle, I've found that it does actually give slightly better finish than using all new grits. And it's obviously because it doesn't leave the scratches as much as what the new stuff does. But it's a little bit harder to keep continuing to work with when you can't get into the details. The sandpaper's lost its rigidity. So it's harder to get into the details with the older stuff than it is with the new stuff. But it's all good. We get there in the end. Right, that'll do that one. So we're on the second last grit now. Dry grit, that is. So we've got 5 in the stream now, according to YouTube. Yeah, the coins look pretty good, don't they? I mean, I was a bit reluctant initially because it's another cost, and I felt that stuff like that and engravings and stuff, I thought spoilt the look of the handle. So I avoided it for as long as I possibly could and gone down that path. And then in the end, everybody else was doing it, and I thought, oh, maybe I should investigate, and that's why I went down that path. And then people just started asking for them, so I've kept it going, you know. So, and I can understand some people just want to have something that says, you know, who made it. So one dry to go after this one, guys, and then we'll be on the wets. It's definitely got a lot more of the black in it, this one, than some of the other rusticated ones that I've had. Or that I've turned, I should say. But it does, from memory, the rusticated does shine up quite nicely too. It's very quiet in there tonight, fellas. Oh, mind you, Brett's on the road again, isn't he? He normally keeps you ticking along, doesn't he? Right, I'll do that one. On the last one now, the last dry grit, and I might go to a fresh one. I'll just give this a bit of a touch up, and then I'll go to a fresh piece. Okay, there we go, starting to shape up. I'll just get a new fresh piece, fellas. We'll just give this a sand, and then we'll get straight onto the wets. Yeah, there's been a few fan knots lately, aye. Normally it's, the majority it's always bulbs, you know, but just of late there's been a bit of a request for fan knots. Funny how things change. Okay, I'll just get into the top section now. Oh, already done that, we just need to do it by hand, eh? And there we go. So we'll do some wet now. Just get the pads. Oh, I'll need to get some fresh water. I'm going to get some fresh water. I'll be right back with you, eh? Oh dear. Wash out the bowl and get rid of the old powdery residue. Just get a bit of fresh water. And we're all good to go. Okay, slow it down. Brett's still here. Shh, careful what you say. Brett's still here. Seconds of video each second. You must rate limit your live video upload to approximately 1 second of video each second. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's definitely YouTube, guys, I'm telling you. So it's telling me I'm sending too much data. My encoder's sending the data quicker than it can handle it. That's unbelievable. I should have kept my mouth shut earlier, shouldn't I, about YouTube? Saying that so far so good. There, it's just gone again and gone back to excellent connection. Can't work it out. I honestly can't. I'm not dropping the stream settings anymore. If YouTube can't handle it, then I might have to find somewhere else to go. So the message is gone now. Cache hasn't changed on my monitor. The output is still the same as what it was at the start of the stream. So it should be back to normal now, T-Man, is it? Well, it might take a few seconds for it to catch up. Yeah, it should be all good again now. It's saying excellent connection, and like I said, the cache hasn't sort of started to go up at all at this stage, and my data rate's still on 7.1, 7.2, so megabytes per second, so everything's good at this end, at this point. But yes, the YouTube gremlins again. I don't know how it can be fine 1 minute and then it's not the next, you know. And mine's is stable. starting to look nice. The Rusticated is starting to look nice. Starting to see that colour popping through now. The real rusticated coppery colour. Now that we're through into the finer grits, I'll hand sand with the lathe stopped every second grit now, which we've only got another 4 after this one anyway. You can already see the colour of that dirty water again. It's amazing how much actually comes off with these things. And I washed the bowl out too, so it wasn't like it was residue in the bottom of the bowl. So when you let the water dry out, you end up with this crusty white powder on the bottom, which is just from the this process. And these are what you call soft touch pads, so they're not supposed to have a lot of pressure applied to them, just enough pressure with the water to let them do their thing. If you apply too much pressure, you sort of burn them out. They get too hot and they just sort of melt and burn out. That's why you've got to keep them wet, and I should have actually keep them wet and don't, let them heat up or get to that point, run them too fast. Just run them nice and slow with the lathe and keep the water up. These ones are getting old now as well, so I need to order more. I think I said that in the last video. You can look in that too and you see the different colours. There's like a sort of charcoal and grey colour, like a gunmetal grey, but there's also black. And then you get the rusticated coming through as well. It's quite nice. I've still got a heap of brushes to put up on my website. We didn't do awfully well on the Black Friday Cyber Monday sales. So I'll have to put them all up on the website now. Surprising. Right. And these ones are just all single pass because they're really fine. You don't take too much off with these ones. They're more or less just polishing the surface really, these last couple of grits. They're very high in grit. Or very fine I should say, but fine content but high grit number. Right, that'll do that for now. We'll come back to that once we turn it round and part off the bottom. So, we'll give that a bit of a dry off. So there you go. Right. Let's take that out. We can turn it around, put it in the other chuck. So we'll just go to there for now. Put the pin jaw chuck in. That looks okay. Yep. Bring the tool rest in, drop it down. Fair bit there. Bring the tailstock in again. And we'll part it off. Speed it up. I'll put you back to camera 3 so you can see what's happening. Sorry if I get my head in the way. Just get the air in there, clear that away. should be able to get it this time. There we go. Just loosen that off, bring the tailstock back and take that piece away. Okay. So we'll come in with the, slow that down. We'll take the live centre out and we'll come in with the 25mm Forstner bit again. So we'll bring that in. And we'll just nice and slowly go in, put the recess in for the coin, medallion. Check that depth. Probably just a touch more. And that'll do it. Get rid of that. Now we'll lift the tool rest up, we'll come in and clean up the bottom. Too high, lower it down, that'll do it. Okay, bottom cleanup. That's it. And then we'll just round over on that inside edge, just very gently. And that'll do it. So again, we'll just see, I'm getting a bit of a sweat up now. It's bloody muggy. Right, a little bit of fine sandpaper, or smooth I should say. If I've got an older piece, I'll use that, even better still. Yep. There's a little bit of a deeper scratch in there. So I may have to go with a little bit coarser. Must have been when I pulled the tool out, I think. That's it. All gone. And we've got that one and that one. That one's a bit finer. It's still there. It's quite a deep one actually. See if it goes this time. That's got it. And you know, the bottom of the handle's just as important as any other part of the handle. So it still has to be finished properly. That's us, we can go back to the wets now. Get my old rag. And then we'll be onto the buffer. Lovely. Yep, that's got a nice feel in the hand, nice and smooth, enough shape to feel and grip. No sharp edges in the hand, in the palm of the hand. Grey Dog's decided to wake up this morning. How are you, Grey Dog? We're nearly there. We'll be taking it off the lathe and polishing it, taking it to the buffer and buffing it up, putting a nice shine on it shortly. And then we'll set the coin, the medallion in the bottom, and then we've just got the knot left to do, and that's us done. This will be brush finished. So not too much longer. I'm thinking antique silver, but I'm going to have a look and see if the antique brass, how it looks against it. Just be a nice contrast, I guess, but I'll say it might not look right. Okay, done. I'll lay my rag out. I find that if a lathe pad's wet on the towel, they dry without sticking to anything, so they'll last a little bit longer like that. Not much, but a little bit. Ah, we got Salmon as well. Samuel, how are you, buddy? Welcome back. Sam's been keeping me updated on his exams and his progress, and he's been going back and watching the videos after they've been put on the channel. We're just about to buff this nice one up, Sam. This should get a really nice shine on it, I reckon. If it's anything to go by with the other Rusticateds, that is. Anyway, I'll whack these over to camera 4. And I wondered why it was a bit darker tonight. I didn't put my other lights on, did I? Ah, there we go. That puts a little bit of brightness on the matter, doesn't it? Anyway, let me go over to the buffer. And we'll just go to town on this one. Now we're getting the old gang back again, aren't we? go to the Fabulister. Just move that chuck back a little bit. Right, just a little bit more compound. Right, just the main parts of the brush now, or the handle I should say. Lovely. Now the narrowest part, the handle section. And then the lower section of it. And try to use all parts of the wheel, so all edges, trying to get the wheels to wear more evenly than take too much off one side all the time. So you just got to keep changing your position and try and work the wheel down evenly. Good. Lovely, that'll do it. Put it back on here and we'll give it a little bit of love with the plastics. So we'll swap these back to that one for now till we get it set up in the chuck again. That's lovely. Yep, this one is resin. Right. Oh, I must be getting old. It's hard getting down there. Okay, a little bit of fresh paper towel. Oh, getting snowed in, grey dog. I don't miss the snow. I mean, it's beautiful to see, but I don't miss it. I had enough snow in Scotland to last me a lifetime, I reckon. Right. Oh, no, I can't get down there tonight. Yeah, all good, Sam. SES is good. I was just telling the guys earlier. I've got the last group night for the year on tomorrow night. And then obviously that'll be pending. It's the last group night for the year, but if there's any issues, we could get called up over the festive New Year season. So yeah, but you know, we'll see how we go. One never knows, do we? Right, we'll just give this a little bit of a very light working in. especially in these detailed areas where we get a little bit of build up, and it's always hard to get into them. Right, we'll put you to camera 3 so you can see what's going on here. And we'll just clear out any polish that is in the bottom there, so we get a good bond with the glue for the medallion. And I'll just go to a fresh piece of towel, just to give that the final buffing in. Yeah, we've got the old crew back, eh? All back together again. Okay, let me stop this and let you have a look. How stunning is that? Boy, I'm really happy with the finishes I'm getting now. Right, I'll take that off the chuck. I'll set it there for now. And I'll get my glue board. I've got my glue, I've got my mixing stick here. I've got the knot that I'm putting in here. I'll give that a little bit of a sand with a rough piece that I've got here. That's the one. That'll do it. Sit that there. Now, get a coin out. We're going to check the, I think the, oh, it's hard to tell what's going to look. I mean, the antique brass is definitely a sort of contrast in it. Actually doesn't look bad. I might go with that. I thought it might have looked a bit off, but it actually doesn't look too bad, I think. What do you reckon, fellas? I think it looks all right, doesn't it? Even though it's a totally different colour, I think it looks okay in there. So that's what we'll go with then. We'll go with that, something different. I think I put an antique silver in the other one for this guy, so might be nice to have the brass in this one. And it does look okay. Right, mix up the glue. Bit of a longer stream tonight too. We're 2 hours 24 so far. Mind you, I lost sort of 5-10 minutes with having to go and see that fella. But not to worry, it's all good. Right, spread a little bit of glue around. I think I need a little bit more, not too much. Okay, that should do. Actually looks quite nice with that in there, I think, just for something different. But I am going to get a little bit of glue ooze out, and it's taking a little bit to press it in too, so we'll just work it around and it should eventually seat. I think we've got a little bit of air in there again, so we might have to do the old trick again on the other lathe, so which is slightly off camera, but it'll only take a second to push it in and push the air out, so just bear with me guys. It's just the quill on this tailstock is just the perfect fit for it. So when I can't get them in by hand, I like to just push them in with this, and it just gets it in, gets the excess glue out and gets rid of the air. It's just like a press really. So we'll get this in position, lock it off. Give it a second, a couple of seconds, let the air out, and then that should be it done. Yep. Oh no, it's still rocking, and it's still getting glue out, so we'll go again. Now we'll try. Yep, that got it. Now we'll just have to clean it up and then get the knot in. So I'll change to another clean cloth because that's probably got glue on it now. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. That one nearly had glue on it. Just I got my fan running in the background, so it's just too hot to work in the shed otherwise. And as it is, it's still really hot. You can see the sweat marks on me where I've been sweating. Just stinking hot. Here we are in the stinking hot, and there's poor grey dog and inches of snow, feet of snow. Right, that's that part done. I'll put that on before I spill it. And we'll scoop the rest of this. Oh, the glue's gone off on me. That must be the temperature as well. Normally that would be more than fine. Must be the temperature. Okay, that's fine. We'll mix up another little fresh batch. Amazing. So bloody hot. Yeah, I mean, I love seeing the snow. It is pretty, mate. I understand what you're saying there. But it's just, I had years and years of it in the UK and Scotland, and mate, I hated the cold. I could never seem to get enough clothes on to warm me up. Whereas here, I can take the clothes off, I can go and have a cold shower, or I can go and have a swim in the pool, or, you know, I can always manage to cool off, get in the air conditioner, whatever, but I just used to hate the cold. Right, we'll sit that there, we'll spread a little bit on the bottom of the knot. And we're almost done. Normally do this. Right, let's just want to check that, make sure we're still right. We should be. Yep. Okay, I'll just set that aside for now till I just clean up here. Right. Yeah, that's amazing that that glue just went straight off too. I mean, normally I can go and press the coin in with the other lathe, and I can come back and the glue's still fairly, you know, soft and mixed up, but that had just totally gone off there. So we'll get rid of that there. I'll bring that other chuck, get that chuck off. And then we'll have a bit of a reveal on that handle, eh? It's looking nice, actually. Pleased with it. Right, that's that done. We'll sit that over there. Sit that down there. Put them down on the floor where it's coolest. That can go up there. Right. I think we're ready to show you this little beauty. Okay, where are we? We're on the top down shot, which you're not seeing very much of at the moment, are you? So there we are, we're back to normal. So we've got a couple of streams still scheduled. So we have got this black one with the orange stripe in it to do. This one. So we've got that one to do, but I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to proceed with that one at this point in time. I'm still, the customer's still tossing and turning a little bit with regards to knot choice. This is a 28mm rhodium actually. So he's still tossing and turning. But anyway, we'll see what happens, and if it doesn't, if I don't do this one, I'll do another one. I'll have another one there to do. And then we've got that casting one to do with the rotten timber. And yes, we've got this one to do as well, where we're going to cast that piece of wood, mix up a couple of coloured resins or whatever, and throw it in there, and then put it in the pressure pot and see how it goes. And then we can turn that as a handle, and we'll see how that looks before we continue on with any more of them. And then I've also got another one of these ones to do for a guy. Again, I think this guy's overseas. I'm not 100% sure. I'll find out very shortly, but I might even be doing this one. So that'll be another one to do. And then I want to have a play, maybe have a couple of relaxing streams coming into Christmas, and maybe just do a few casting streams, you know, and we'll try out some of the new gear that I've got that we haven't tried or haven't looked at yet. But anyway, we'll see how we go. I'll schedule them in so you'll get plenty notice, and we'll take it from there. So I think that's us, guys. So let me just have a quick flick through the chat again, just to see if I've missed anything out, and then we'll come back to the stream. Did Brett get back? Yeah, Brett got back. And yeah, I found it the other way, guys. I found it, you know, it was just too hard to warm up in the snow. Like, you know, you go out, you put on a heap of clothes, and you still feel cold, and then there's nothing you can do about it. Here you can just bloody take clothes off and strip down and go for a swim, or get in the aircon. Anyway, each to their own. I much prefer the heat, but although I do struggle with it a little bit more now than what I used to with the medication and that, but yeah. So anyway, let's do the reveal on this one, eh? I never showed you guys it with the knot in, finished. And that's, you know, that's starting to set already, that knot. So yeah. And the coin's in there, it's all nice and cleaned up. I will give it another quick wipe though when I get off finished. So yeah, so there it is. Another lovely little TF Custom with a fan knot in it, 26mm fan. And a nice rusticated handle with a nice bit of colour in it actually. Let me take you to camera 3, you probably get to see it a little bit better. There you go. So there's Rusticated. And you'll see when we get round to this really darker section, you can see it's got like a sort of silvery grey with black fleck through it as well, which looks really nice. Just gives it a nice look. And then you've got the tiny little bits of the rust colour coming through in just little areas here, and then you get the bigger patches as we go further around the handle. Very nice. And the little fan knot, the little 20, I say little, I mean it's a 26mm, 26 is my preferred size for a knot as well, but I say little, but it's only because I'm used to doing all these bloody 28s and 30mm knots now. The 26 looks tiny, but it actually suits the handle, suits the knot, it's really nice. And I'll take you to camera 2 now, we'll have a quick look from that way. So there you go. Another nice one. And there's the coin in the bottom. The antique brass doesn't look too bad in there, does it? I thought it was just a nice contrast, rather than keeping it, you know, sort of all the silvery grey, black, antique black, silver. But anyway, that's it. So there we have it, fellas. So you guys are all saying your good nights. Once again, guys, thanks for dropping into the stream. Much appreciated. We look like we're getting the old crew back again, which is good to see everybody getting back in again. We just need to try and get a few newbies in now, don't we? And get the channel popping a little bit. Anyway, there it is. Another TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop shaving brush, started and finished. Looks nice. I'll put the little 30-minute or 30-second video clip up on Instagram with a couple of photographs, closer up photographs, so you can see it properly, see the colours properly. But it does look nice. Anyway, thanks for dropping in again, guys. Good to hear from yous all. We'll see yous again on Thursday, Thursday night. We'll see yous then. So, like usual, guys, you guys all take care. Stay safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Keep out of trouble. And we'll see yous again on Thursday night, Thanks, fellas. Cheers for now.